I'm allowing it. Come on.
Alright, so I'm going to be doing the Yangtze Metalfoes deck profile, and let's just get straight into it. So, first off, run 3 Zephranu. It is the best card in this deck for you to sink into your plays with your tuners and everything. Next card, Swanee. Generally, if you don't know, all the Yangtze's major effects is that they're destroyed by battle by card effects, special summon 1, depending which one, as that's the position it's going to be in special summon. And the additional effect is different for each one. And this one, if it's synced for material, the synchro monster gains 500, and then the next monster will be Bayan. And same thing for all Yangtzes, except the additional effect will be cannot be the synchro material or the synchro monster uses this monster for material. It can't be destroyed by battle. Next Yangtze monster would be Poilu. Is really good for this meta, how this format is going now, since they're using more spells. So run 3 of them, so because he makes the monster be immune to spells in general. So, and 2 big C, because not many are running traps. And yeah, and now for the bread and butter, but right now not complete deck, but for right now, so I can run, I got 2 Jiatu. It is the best card in this whole deck, actually. Summon, discard 2 Yangtze cards from your hand, special summon 2 from your deck, then go into your synchro plays after that. And same thing as the other ones, it can float with Yangtze, yeah, how it is. And then there's Chiwen. Same thing, I need 3, but I only have 2. When the additional effect for this is when a Yangtze monster is destroyed on your field, you can summon it from your grave, but when it leaves the field after that, it gets banished. And now for the Metalfoes engine, I run 3 Metalfoe Volflame, just because I can use a spell card for a Summoner's Art to search it out from deck. I use Metalfoe Gold Driver or Gold Driver, whichever you want to say. This is just forget the 1 scales and their high attack power, and the last ones will be Gold Stealing and Silvered. Is weird names, but they're weaker versions of the other ones. That's why only you're on 1 of each, and a good 8. The 8 archetype engine for Metalfoes is good. Then let's go for the spell count. So, I forgot. And 1 Ghost Ogre, just because you can search a tuner out with one of your synchro monsters when destroyed. Search him out. Now you have a hand trap. And now for the spell magic cards, I run Yangtze Prana. I have no Yangtze paths in this deck profile because I don't have any, so I have to improvise, and this is where I go in with it. So Pranas, additional effects if you have original attributes of the Yangtzes in your deck and your graveyard, and generally it's just really strong. But once you have 5, you can just nuke the whole field like a Black Rose. And then 2 Dark Holes. It really messes up people, messes up a Blue Eyes. They never expect it. Then 1 Metalfoes Fusion. If it's sent to a graveyard, which it will get sent there plenty of times by my effects, I can just shuffle it back into deck and draw 1 card. So you can just keep reusing this card forever. And then I run the 3 staples as a Soul Charge, Awesome, the Summoners Art I was talking about earlier, and 1 Day of Peace. Awesome when you're first in will save you, and when you're really busting your deck and you have no Yangtzes left, will help you and let you live for the longest of time. And now for the traps. I run 3 Metalfoes combination. Search out with your pendulum Metalfoes cards, monsters, and when they're sent to grave, I can search out for another Metalfoes monster if I don't have any already. So yeah. And 1 Yangtze creation. Not many people run this because it can be dead and it can be destroyed, nothing will happen. But it will help you to have an additional Yangtze when it's destroyed. Then Zephyr Divine Strike. Great card. Right now it's just there to fill in until the new pack comes out, so I can get that divine branch for Yangtzes. And yeah, just negate any effect on the field or anywhere. And then for the extra deck, again, this deck is not complete, so bear with it. I run 1 Metalfoes fusion monster, which will be Metalfoes Orchil. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's one of the best ones besides this Andamite. Besides Andamite, which you can use anything, but this one you need specifically 2. But when he comes out, he can do double piercing damage. Then for the XYZ monsters, I use 1 only, which is a rank 4, number 1/1 honor arc. Take control 1 of your monsters. Like discard. Use 2 overlay units. Take control of 1 of your monsters for this overlay unit. Then pretty much you just mess up their field right there. Take on their strongest, and yeah, pretty good. Then I get synchros for Arclight. Oh my bad. I mean, for my synchro monsters, the first one is Arclight for level 4. Awesome, very very good card. If any monster any monster is sent from deck or hand going to the graveyard gets banished instead. Also, when a spell or trap is activated or monster effect is activated, I can just tribute and negate. It also works well with buy-in and chew-in combo, so it can't be destroyed by battle, so you just stuck there forever. Then I use 1 Mighty Warrior. It's an okay card for right now for a filler, since if it destroys a monster, the attack of the monster destroyed, half of it gets direct damage to them by effect damage, and increases attack with Swanee for a synchro material, so make him to a 27 beater. So yeah. Then I use Gaia the Force Knight. It's a vanilla, so it's a normal monster, so they can't really. There's nothing really to negate. It's just be a really big beat stick. You can make him to a 31 with Swanee, and just go ahead and fight on with the blue eyes. It's pretty funny. Then I use Ancient Fairy Dragon. I mainly just use this to special summon. If I have another Yangtze monster in my hand, use this effect to special summon the monster. And I can't do my battle phase, but I can set up so I can negate anything that's gonna come up after that. Then Black Rose, can I say it's a nuke on the field? Same thing for Yangtze Prana. And then use Zing of the Evil. Awesome card. I can tribute any Yangtze card, including itself, to destroy 1 card on their side. And if it's destroyed, it's pretty much another floater, but it's a synchro. Then the synchro monster that is just gold in this whole extra deck. I run 3 Yangtze Baxia. Awesome. When you synchro summon, depending how many monsters you use to get them out, it's how many I can shuffle back into the deck. So at most I'll go for 3, but most of the time I go for 2. So just gone. And the second effect, I can destroy 1 card on my field. So my back row, Pendulum Zone, or monsters destroy to special summon from my graveyard. And yeah, just really good. Then I run 1 Crystal Wing. It's just really negate any monster effect, and messed up a lot of people. And then one Chi Fang, locked down them blue eyes with using what you gonna say? Lock down the blue eyes using Beyond and Chiwin, and then use a light monster, so light monster effects won't work at all on the field. So also, if you just want to use if there's anything else besides light, just use like 3 or 4 monsters to bring them out. And all the attributes they use, their effects are just any other monster on the field that your opponent controls, like light, light, dark, earth, water, fire, anything. Their effects will be negated, so really, really good for just shutting down people. And my last, I run Nirvana. I can go into him really easily. And when you destroy a monster, half your opponent's life points. And if it's an attack, they also take battle damage. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, this is my deck profile. It's not complete, but it works now. It's really evil. So yeah.